Hola, 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 probando, probando, uno, dos, uno, dos. Headset, microphone. Buenos días, muchachos, ¿me escuchan?
Buenos días, mister.
Buenos días. All right, guys, good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Today, we're going to learn how to calculate, just hold on a second. Today, we're going to learn how to calculate the zeros of the function. And simple merely words, actually, this year, the last year, and even though seventh grade, you learn how to solve linear equations. For example, equation like x plus 5 equals 0. This is a linear equation. And actually, this year you learn how to solve quadratic equations, right? I mean, for example, x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 0. You learn how to solve quadratic equation by three techniques: trial and error technique, the completing a square, or the quadratic formula. And now, when we're talking about zeros of the function, we're going to learn how to solving cubic equations, four equations, fifth equations, six equations, and so on. This is actually just to explain you the last class. The x power represents the quantity of zeros or the quantity of solution that we're supposed to have in one singular equation. Okay, so actually the instruction says find the number of zeros. It simply merely works. So that equation of the following polynomial and write your answer in factor form. What does that mean, factor form? For example, if you have factor form, that means you have the product between x plus 5 and x plus 2. This is a factor form, okay? But we have x cubed. That means we're going to have three solutions for the letter x because the maximum power is 3. How we can solve this problem? Well, actually, just to explain you in the last class, the 90% of the process is applying synthetic division. But in the synthetic division, we have one common thing. We have the polynomial, we divide it by singular vertical asymptote, and that's it, right? But the case of this one is we don't have vertical asymptote. We have only the polynomial, but we don't know what number we're supposed to divide this polynomial. And it's simple. I'm going to explain you guys. To divide this equation by the asymptote, all right, we have to create a list of the random numbers of the factors p versus the factors q. I'm going to explain you what does that means. Factors p over the factors q could be the quantity of numbers positive and negative. In the factors p, we're talking about the multiples of the last number. I mean the independent term. Always. Factors P means the multiples, the multiples of the dependent term. I mean the last number who doesn't have letter X. Over the factors cube, the Q, that means the multiples of the number who is next to the first term. Always. I mean with the maximum power. So would you like to tell me what are the multiples of 24? Well, it could be positive negative 1, could be positive negative 2, could be positive negative 3, could be positive negative 4, could be positive negative 6, right? Uh, Positive negative 8, uh-huh. 9 no, 10 tampoco, 11 no, 12 sí. Positive negative 12 and positive negative 24, right? Those numbers are multiples of 24 divided by the multiples of 1. Or in simple merely words, divided by positive negative 1. For that reason, the answer between the factors q, p versus the factors q will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. Because all of them divided by 1 will be the same. So before to continue with the process, did you understand what does that mean, the division between factors P versus factors cube?
So P basically the last number and or no the last number, but basically the number that doesn't have a variable and
The multiples of that number who doesn't have variable versus the multiples of the number who is next to the greatest value, the greatest value. That's it. Okay.
so basically writing multiples. If we
Yeah,
have,
the
for
multiples.
example, 3x,
Mhm.
6x squared, we will write the multiples of
So
6,
the
right?
number 6, right, and so on. Now, what will be the next step? Okay, this is yeah, go ahead. The next step, this is the tedious part, because we have to choose one of these numbers, could be in order or randomly, and we have to divide the synthetic division. Who's going to be the chosen one? The chosen one will be the number at the moment you divide in the long division, we obtain the remainder like a 0. If we have chosen a number that doesn't have a 0 in the remainder, that means this is not a 0 of the function. All right. So could be sometimes we have so lucky to choose on the first try. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So basically we have to try. For example, in which one we have, remember the combinations. Positive, negative, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. We have to choose one of them. Which one would you like to choose?
6.
Okay, 6, positive 6. Okay, so let's going to apply the synthetic division using the positive 6. I mean the numbers 1, negative 1, negative 14, positive 24. And remember the synthetic division divided by 6. Remember the first number copy downward over here. 1 times 6 will be 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 times 6, 30. 30 minus 14, that will be 26, right? No. 16, sorry. 16, okay? That will be 16. 16 times 6, that will be 36, 96, and that will be 120. No, yeah. And as soon as you can see, we fail with the number 6 because to obtain the 0 of the function, this remainder, that's supposed to be give us 0. For that simple, that answer, 0, 6, this is no a 0. All right. And we have to pick it up another number. Pick it up another number. Positive or negative? Positive. Huh? Negative. Okay.
Negative 12.
Okay. The partner says over here, -8. Let's see. 1, -1, -14, 24. 24. All right. He said -8. -8, right? All right. -8. Let's see what happened. 1 over here, 1 times -8, -8. -8, -1, -1, and 89. 89, -8, 72. 72 minus 14, 12 menos 4, 8. 7 menos de 6, 6 menos 1, 5. Negative 58. And for obviously reasons, 8 por 8, 64. 8 por 5, 40 más 6 son 46. 4 y 4, 8. 6 y 2 son 8. 488. All right. Because this is not 0, we are failed. This is not a 0. Okay. Another try. Well, we can use, if you wish, number 2.
Mister,
Uh-huh.
so we have to keep going until we find the zero.
Exactly. That's why 0, the function, that's why you have to try with one single of these numbers until we find a 0. We're going to try with the number 2. Let's see what happened. 1, negative 1, negative 14, 24. I told you already, this is not a difficult topic, but it's a tedious topic. Sorry. Well, I said 2, right? Let's see what happened. 1 over here. 1 times 2, 2. 2 minus 1, 1. Okay. 1 times 2, 2. Negative 14 minus 2. Sorry, negative 14 plus 2, negative 12. And negative 12 times 2, it's positive 24. Oh, sorry. We finally found the first 0. So it's a 0. So what are you going to do? Because we are finally found, right, Jesus. We finally found the first 0. I'm going to copy these numbers, okay? 1, 1, and negative 12, like a new polynomial. That will be our new PDX, decreasing 1 degree. I mean, we got PDX equals x squared plus x minus 12. Because this time we have a quadratic equation, you don't need to apply once again the polynomials. Because if you wish, you can try it again, the factors p, the factors q, because it will be changed. Because this time is 12 and the last one. But because we have a quadratic equation, we can perfectly solve this equation equal to 0. I mean, we got x squared plus x minus 12 equals 0. We can factorize in this equation like a x plus, x minus. Give me a couple of numbers. Their product gave us negative 12 and subtraction gave us 1. Will be 4 and 3, right? So x will be equals negative 4 and x will be equals positive 3. Remember, the problem says determine the zeros of the function. We can say zeros are x equals, that smaller one, remember, was negative 4 in this order. Negative 4, 2, and 3. This is going to be the zeros of the function. But remember, we have to write this answer into the factor 4. I mean, previously to solve for x. For that reason, if the expression was x cubed minus x squared minus 14x plus 24, remember, because the first one was x equals 2, that means previously the answer will be x plus 4 times x minus 2 and x minus 3. Because if you're equal to 0, every one of them, the answer will be negative 4, positive 2, and positive 3. This is going to be the answer. Determine the zeros of the function and establish what will be the factor 4. And that's it. Yes, Gustavo, go right ahead. Mhm.
So we basically need to find a zero remainder, right?
Yeah, the zero in simplementary words, when I've said find the zeros of the function, I'm said solve the equation. It could be a cubic equation, 4 equation. Remember, the power, the maximum power of the letter x will be determined how many solutions we have. And because the original power is x cubed, that means we're going to have 3 answers. And actually, we have 3 answers, -4, 2, and 3. And the factor 4 was x plus 4, x minus 2, and x minus 3. Understood? Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, let's solve another one. Remember, the tedious part is trying to looking for what number in the synthetic division gave us 0 the remainder. And the process, well, there's no process. We had to try it 1 second, another one, something like that. And if you ask me, how do I know the right answer will be the number 2? How to say that? I don't know the right word in English, but I said in Spanish. Recorrí al máximo la técnica máxima legendaria que todos los grandes científicos matemáticos lograron en algún momento de descubrimiento. Y eso fue de puro chiripazo, así de sencillo. De chiripa escogí el número 2 y de pura chiripa me salió a la primera. Pero hay que andarla tanteando. A veces uno tiene suerte y a la primera, ¡ups!, ya sabe cuál es el cero. Pero restamente, que me dio la primera que yo escogí, fue pura chiripada. Así de sencillo, mis estimados aprendices. Okay? Let's going to try the second example. In the second example, we got same instructions, right? PDX equals 2x cubed plus x squared, 2x cubed plus x squared minus 13x plus 6. All right? This is going to be the second example. All right. So in this second example, we had to try to find out the zeros of the function. Remember, we must determine the p factors versus the q factors. The p factors, I'm talking about the multiples of the independent term. I mean the last number. What are the multiples? 6 could be positive -1, could be positive -2, could be positive -3, and positive -6, right? This is going to be the p factors over the q factors. What are the q factors? The multiples of number 2, positive -1 and positive -2. Now, because we must divide, this is p factor versus q factors. All right, let's see. First of all, this 1, 2, 3, 4 multiples divided by 1 will be the same. 1, 2, 3, and 6, right? Now, we're going to continue the list, every one of them divided by 2. For example, 1 divided by 2 will be 1/2. 2 divided by 2 will be 1. No sense, because we got already. 3 divided by 2 could be 3/2. And 6 divided by 2 will be 3. No sense, because we have the number 6 and the number 3 already. ¿Ok? O sea, que si yo divido 2 entre 2, me vuelve a dar 1. No hay sentido, ya lo tengo. Y 6 entre 2 es 3. No hay sentido, ya lo tengo. Lo único que sería el 1 medio y el 3 medios. Bueno, Let's start over again. All right, we have to choose one of these numbers whose answer gave us 0. My advice, trying to start always with the smaller ones. Just so, I'm not saying this is going to be the right thing, right? But remember, just that I tell you already, es a la suerte. A veces nos da la primera, a veces no. Let's see what happens. The numbers are 2, 1, negative 13, 6. Divide. Uy, ¿qué número le gustaría? ¿Uno o negativo 1? ¿Con cuál? Ok, diga.
No, mister, yo creo que uno no va a ser la
No,
respuesta.
4 no, porque tiene que ser uno de estos. Ah, 1. Ok, vamos a ver con uno. Vamos a probar con uno a ver. Let's see. 2 times 1, 2. We have 3. 3 times 1, 3. That will be negative 10. Negative 10 times 1, negative 10. Answer 4. Now, it doesn't work. Let's see what happened with negative 1. 2, 1, negative 13, 6. Let's see what happened with negative 1. All right, 2 times negative 1, negative 2. That will be negative 1. If we want to be 1, this is going to be 12. That will be negative 12. The answer, negative 6. We are failed with 1 and negative 1. Can we try with positive 2? Let's see what happens. 2, 1, negative 13, 6. I told you already, this is not so complicated thing, but this is a tedious process because you have to try until we finally found what was the zero, the function. All right, 2. 2 times 2, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 times 2, 10. Negative 13 times 10 will be negative 3. Negative 3 times 2, negative 3. I'm going to show you. And we got the 0. Okay, so we finally found the first 0 of the function. Okay, so because we finally found the 0 of the function, and remember the original one, we started from x cubed, right? Well, now will be a new PDX will be given by 2x squared. Remember, always decreasing 1 degree plus 5x minus 3. All right. So if you wish, you can repeat the factors p and factors q, but my recommendation is when we have a quadratic equation, instead to apply this tedious process, you can solve this equation by trial and error technique, computing the square or quadratic equation, right? Well, why we need to complicate the things? But let's do it in the easier way. 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals 0. A couple numbers gave us 2x positive and x negative. Give me 2 numbers with the product gave us 3, 1 and 3. Remember, 2 times negative 3, negative 6x. 1 times x, that will be x. The answer gave us negative 5x. That's supposed to give us positive. So we're going to change the sign. Okay? And now let's going to solve this equation. Simple. We got 2x minus 1 equals 0. So x will be equal 1/2. X plus 3 equals 0. For that reason, x will be equals negative 3. So zeros are, ¿cuáles son los ceros? Zeros are x equals, remember, we want to start from the smaller one. That will be -3, 1/2, and obviously 2. We have the 3 zeros. And the polynomial, then the PDX is the factor form, will be given by, let's going to arrange from the smaller one to the bigger one. Remember, -3 was x plus 3. This positive 1/2 was 2x minus 1. And this positive 2, that's supposed to be given by x plus 2. And this, my dear students, will be the solution set from the second problem, the second example. ¿Preguntas? Questions?
Mister, ¿por qué ahí puso los múltiplos de 2 ahí en la parte de Q, de P sobre Q?
¿Cómo?
Porque puso los múltiplos ahí de 2 en la parte de Q, de P sobre Q.
Allá al final.
En la primera parte, en la primera parte.
Pues sí, porque el primer número que está en la parte del X al Q es 2.
Ah, ok.
Por eso. Si hubiera sido 5, los múltiplos de 5.
Mr.
Ajá.
Where do you get that 1/2 on zeros are x equals?
Because this answer. When you solve this equation, 2x minus 1 equals 0. This number was subtracting passes to adding, and this number to multiplying passes to divide. That's why.
Okay.
And another one, x plus 3 equals 0. So x equals -3. When I said find the zeros of the function, in supplementary words, trying to solve for x. And the factor 4, that means x plus 3 times x 2x minus 1 and times x plus 2. Why x plus 2? Because when x equals 2, the derivation located over there and the third one, the remainder, that's supposed to be equal to 0. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. I know we are out of time. Right? But I'm going to give you this problem just for practice. All right. Para que lo practiquen y mañana lo resolvemos. A ver qué tal les quedó. Ay, perdón que me equivoqué. Ya. Será P de X igual X to the 4 power, X to the 4 power minus 5x cubed minus 5x cubed minus 5x squared minus 5x squared plus 23x plus 10. Se los dejo para que practiquen. X 4 power minus 5x cubed minus 5x squared plus 23x plus 10. How many solutions we supposed to have in the last one?
4.
Exactly.
No, 5.
No. What?
No, 4, sorry, 4.
Julio, dígame. ¿Y Julio? Julio, ¿tiene apagado el micrófono?
Sí, mister, una pregunta. En la respuesta de la de px, x más 3, 2x menos 1, x más 2, ¿no sería, por qué no es x menos 2?
Pues eso es porque hice la lelada del año. Tiene razón, es x menos 2. Por eso. Me equivoqué. Tiene toda la razón. Es x menos 2. Porque si usted pone x menos 2 igual a 0, x sería igual a 2. Gracias. por la observación. ¿Alguna otra preguntita?
Nada, yo no tengo.
Ok. Bueno, entonces recuerden, ese color negro tiene que tener usted 4 soluciones. 4 soluciones. 4x. A veces la x se puede repetir. Por ejemplo, digamos que x igual a 1 se repita 2 veces. Eso quiere decir, eso se llama multiplicidad 2. ¿Por qué? Porque se repite 2 veces. Por ejemplo, si le diera menos 1 2 veces una respuesta, usted tendría que poner x menos 1 entre paréntesis al cuadrado. ¿Por qué? Porque significa que se repitió 2 veces. Le digo porque a veces suele pasar que un número se repita 2 veces. Por ejemplo, que ese 2 hubiera aparecido en 2 ocasiones. Entonces, en vez de poner solo x menos 2, yo hubiera puesto entonces paréntesis x menos 2 elevado al cuadrado. Si se repite 3 veces, x menos 2 elevado al cubo. Y así sucesivamente. ¿Entendieron? Bueno, entonces se los dejo como una mini tarea. Mañana lo
O sea,
resolvemos.
una respuesta se puede repetir, ¿verdad?
Sí, se puede repetir. La clave es que siempre tiene que quedar, por ejemplo, en la primera y en la segunda, ustedes fijan como era x a la 3, en la forma de factorio queda 3 paréntesis, ¿no? Bueno, si es x a la 4, tiene que quedar 4 paréntesis al final. Y si se repite, lo pone elevado al cuadrado, eso todo cuenta como doble. ¿Estamos?
Sí, mister.
Dale, pues. Entonces se los dejo como tarea. El día de mañana la resolvemos para que comparemos las respuestas. Ok, muchachos. Dios los bendiga, los guarde, los cuide. Los veo mañana si Dios así lo permite. Cuídense. Bye bye.
Mister,
Salón.
Adiós,
Take care of
mister.
yourself. Cuídense.
mister,
Diga, diga.
fíjese que
No le
ahorita
oigo.
Perdón.
Hable fuerte, hombre. No le oigo.
Es que fíjese que ayer me di cuenta
Ajá.
que no le había subido la tarea, como que no se subió en
Ujú,
EduBox el classwork, o
ujú.
el homework.
Homework.
Sí,
Bueno, mándelo por correo, pues.
ok, ya se lo mando, mis.
Dale, pues. Bye.
Bye.